friends, rivals, enemies. We're here talking shit on the internet once again to get some revenue for Riven.ai. Last time we started talking on the internet, things were going decently, but you guys never actually saw what happened. Let's just say, let's just say good things happened, baby. We almost had 1 million views, and the goal for July is 5 million views. So we're about 20% of the way there. Yes, we are a little bit behind schedule, to be honest with you, but I'm looking forward to continuing the grind, getting better, and seeing that exponential growth curve, baby. So today we're gonna be talking trash the internet. That's what we do, and we're gonna have fun while doing it. So I hope you guys enjoy this and sit back and watch the chaos unfold, baby. So before anything, I'm gonna actually post this on my Instagram story because that's where most of you guys are at. Oh, that's my face. A link to the YouTubes, youtube.com. Let me close this window. It's hell loud. Oh, so much better, actually. Let's do my YouTube channel. We're going to share the link, copy the link. Forgive me, guys. Let me just have you guys only see my beautiful face for a minute while whoa. While I send this, what? I'm learning how to do this, guys. There we go. Cool. Now I'm going to send myself the link, the beautiful, beautiful link. Uh-oh. There we go. Glorious link. All right, that's sent. Restore the view, baby. Cool. Let me just post this real quick. Link. Enemies and rivals. All right, guys, we're going to be watching the chaos unfold. Let's post on Twitter. Lit. I'll make sure that's working. Oh, we're good. We're good, guys. We are chilling. No, I am not Israeli. No. I am from the glorious USA. There we go. All right. Let's go, homies. Let's go. Yeah. All right, let's answer this. Look. Today, guys, we're going to be talking mad trash on the internet. I'm not going to be talking and yapping as much as last time because it kind of hurts productivity a little bit, if being honest with you guys. But we will have a blast here. Here we go. I am. Let me do this real quick. Cool. Shrink. Boom. Paste. All right. Cool. Keep people yapping, guys. Now we gotta write up our posts. So let's see what we want to do here. Today we're gonna want to probably do business funding for e-commerce sellers. We're gonna actually want to start marketing Riven itself. So here we gotta explain the different types of funding for e-commerce sellers as a punchy Reddit post. So we gotta follow the structure, guys. We gotta follow the structure. We gotta hit it. Oh, we gotta hit it with the hook, the title, the hook, the sympathy, the attack, the how-to, the controversy, and the conclusion, baby. 7-step process to go viral. Easy peasy. Every single post I've written using this framework has gone viral. 1,000,000+ views. So let's do this. So this is gonna be like the just got 100K in credit card debt to fund my e-commerce business. It worked, but don't do what I did. It's like, yo, I'm gonna sit you guys down, teach you guys a lesson. Cool. Funding is easy, but getting e-commerce business is easy, but getting the right funding is hard. Cool. Years ago, when I began selling on Amazon and eBay, it seemed that I couldn't lose. Every inventory purchase I made went well, and so this we need to hit. So we got the title, we got the hook. Now we need to do the sympathy. You gotta do the fucking sympathy. So I need to be like, yo, like I've been where you guys are. No, we're just gonna copy paste the framework over. Fuck, what did I just do? 1 second. Dang, what I do? Let me go to my notes. Go back. My bad. Cool. See the hook, the title. Then we need some sympathy, baby. Right there. Then we need an attack. Cool. Cool title, hook, sympathy. I couldn't lose. Every inventory batch that can you guys see this? Yeah, you guys can. That I purchased sold fast at a high ROI, and it seemed that the only thing holding me back was access to growth capital. I had the winning formula. But the problem was no one else realized that yet. Cool. Years ago when I was the truth is that if you apply yourself that if you apply yourself Um, the truth was cool. Five, six, seven, eight. Cool. Yeah, guys. The truth is, most things in life, they're not easy. They're hard, but they're simple. Like it's not rocket science, guys. But if you put in the work, you'll get the results you want. So, one of my favorite quotes is, "It's not easy." I mean, it's simple, but it's definitely not easy. This line needs to be cleaned up, but it's good. Cool. Now, which gang are you from? Yo, you're hella funny. You're hella funny, dog. I'm very mixed. To my knowledge, I don't have any Jewish blood in me that I know of, and I'm American, so of course, my family's immigrants like everybody's. But me myself, no, I am not an immigrant to America. I think I'm like second or third generation, whatever it is. So we've been here for a minute. Italian Mexican baby. Woo! All right. Um, Simple is not easy, but if you put in the work, you could do it. Cool. Um, Definitely not context. Trying to do it. What any financially illiterate 19-year-old would do? I took out a I think I had like 18 credit cards. And then I'm gonna say 15 plus. Cause I was for sure 15 plus. I don't know about 18 plus. Absolutely. Absolutely not. No more chats going on. Cool. All right. Cool. Now we're gonna do this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're back. Hella back. Alright. Let's keep writing this masterpiece. This needs to be rewritten. You guys, I wrote this sort of like a year ago, over a year ago. I'm just reformatting it to fit my formats. Investment partners. Cool. Chase or Bank of America. Business loans, business line of credit. Well, loans have a set. Versatile period lines of although of flexibility and being honest, BLocks will almost always give you the best balance of APR, flexibility, amount of capital. run by their members, structured to unimportant. Credit is known for low interest rates. They're unfortunately also known for their lower credit limits. They can be a great option, but to be honest, that you should explore, and your rates will depend on your local credit unions. With the goal to benefit communities, this ideally results in lower interest rates on loans and BLOCs due to less overhead, lower profit incentives. Credit unions known for their low interest rates. They're unfortunately also known for their lower credit limits due to their period. Banks, credit unions usually issue smaller credit limits to avoid overexposure. It's not important for them to know. They can't. Credit unions can be an option that you should definitely explore, and your rates will depend on your local, and your rates. Small banks, e-banks, and smaller banks such as Blue Bounce have huge certain popularity for their loan and BLOC funding solutions. These banks are building their strong very fast, don't have large overhead like in-person banks. Thus, they can offer low interest rates. They can offer lower interest rates. Thus, in theory, offer lower interest rates. Truth be told, though, their rates are usually higher than both banks and credit unions. Companies such as Clearco and 8Figure are lenders specifically geared toward e-commerce sellers. They just simply you connect your seller account, they use your e-commerce. Realize your seller accounts. Then they ideally offer you interest rate lower than traditional banks. Seen or miss. Personally, I am not a huge fan of them. Walmart. Walmart recently launched their Capital by Walmart program, which is very similar to Amazon's lending program. In short, if you are a Walmart seller and have good metrics, Walmart may invite you to their funding program where they give blah, 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 blah. You got to find the details on their capital programs. I know they do their own capital program. They have like 2 lenders they work with. Let's see what else we got. Salary advances. Last year's salary advances. I've come and seen these companies are unique. As they advance. In time, comma, they do this due to potential customers such as returns or defects, period. While solid brands have no solution, they turn to much higher to secure. Most trades not perhaps soon, it seems less store. They are honestly really loan sharky and a ripoff from my experience. I absolutely do not recommend using companies that offer seller advances. Then I'm just delete this. It's kind of relevant. Suppliers usually offer businesses your suppliers will usually offer businesses lines of credit with because it means so I should be pay for it for 90 to 90 days. Growth hack, accelerate quickly, faster than the net term, then back. The supplier net terms, which allowed continuously invest that money into ads. Selling equity. This means selling a percent of your business to an investor for cash to use for growth. Personally, has unique pros and cons of pros. You don't need to pay the capital back. Combine it. Personally, this is the hack I used. Per month. Capital back. Cool. Great. Now we gotta. This part needs to be heavily adjusted right here. Heavily relies on your risk tolerance, goals, and goals. But I definitely do not recommend like I did. Ultimately, choosing a funding source heavily relies on risk tolerance and goals, but I definitely do not recommend it because I personally found success with bringing on equity partners, investors from friends I knew, from friends I knew. It's what allowed me to grow my e-commerce businesses from $0 to $5,000 per month. $35 times 12, 900 to about $75,000 per month. Of course, in the grand scheme of things, there are sellers doing way more than ever have in terms of volume, and they will have other. Most sellers, it's a combination of net 90 terms and BLOCs from big banks like Chase or Bank of America. Personally, while those are great options, I personally found success using net 90 terms in combination with equity investors. 0 to 75K. Of course, go to the times 5K. 75. Per month. Let me know what funding horror stories you have and what funding you use. All right, so this call to action needs to be way stronger, but overall, this is like a pretty good first draft, to be honest. It's hella long though. Let's see what we got here. All right. Where to post? I took 100K plus in credit card debt to fund my commerce business. It worked, but don't do what I did. Getting funding for your commerce business is easy. There are literally millions of lenders out there just itching to give you capital. But getting the right funding is hard. Years ago, when I began selling Amazon eBay, it seemed that I couldn't lose. Every inventory batch that I purchased sold fast at a higher ROI, and it seemed the only thing holding back was access to growth capital. Because the truth is, you apply yourself and dedicate yourself to finding suppliers, opening accounts relentlessly, closing deals, marketing / selling inventory, building in e-commerce is simple. It's definitely not easy, but if you put in the hard work, you can do it. Back to the story. I had a killer. Back to this need to be cleaner. Transition. This needs to be a cleaner transition here. And then this needs to be shortened and shorter below section. Three sentences max. Cool. All right, so this is a pretty cool. All right. There's a great first draft, and honestly, I'm down this note, guys. I'm very happy with this. Last things last, we need to give notes for improvement. We need to give more to go more concise with possible when possible, as this is a general overview. Options. Number 2, we need to, and then number 3, we need to go give examples of funding source names for like Clearco, like we did for the e-commerce lenders as Clearco and 8Fig. We need to plug Ribbon.ai somewhere in here. Our company that helps sellers with Walmart sales data. Cool. All right. This is pretty much a great first draft, to be honest. I'm extremely happy with this. We simply need to cut down the transition from the attack into the actual how-to. This is like way too long, to be honest. I got to figure out how to go back from the attack to the sympathy, and then immediately into the how-to. That needs to be like 2 sentences max. Then, of course, I need to make this a little more concise. It's a little bit too like just like information overload. And then I need to mention more companies like Payability, AccrueMe, Amazon Lending, because that's going to allow me to actually plug my company in this giant post. And then, of course, in addition to that, we're going to want to tie up this conclusion and this hack better, because I feel like, honestly, it's a great first start. It just doesn't really seem like the hack that most people don't know about. Most people do know about equity partners, but the problem is actually discovering equity partners and closing these deals. So I need to basically make this sound more like a hack and cut it down and make it a lot more concise. Say this is what led me to my success. And then at the end, what I need to do is this needs to be a little bit cleaner. I like this section. I like what it says. I just don't like how it says. I like what it says. Just don't like exactly how it says it. I think it could be a lot more cleaner. It could be a lot more personable. And I think that's where the improvement is. So let me do this and make the conclusion more personable and flow better. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go probably eat and then hit the gym and then maybe go to a cafe and bust this out. That's pretty much that, guys. And I hope you guys kind of understand how my creative process works for writing articles and posts on Reddit that go viral, as you can probably see. So that's a little bit of a sneak peek in my process. We're going to be talking shit on the internet, because the fact is a lot of people are going to have a lot of shit to say about this. They're like, e-commerce is not easy, bro. I use this, you're dumb. So this is going to cause a lot of chaos. We do need to make it a little more punchy as well. But that's pretty much it. So guys, make it slightly more punchy in the beginning. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys like this little short live stream. Oh, that's not me. That's not me either. There we go. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick live stream. I know it's not even an hour, but this is basically what I do all day to generate leads for Riven and revenue. So this is how you can kind of do the same. I hope you guys kind of seeing my creative process helps you guys with your creative process and hopefully gets you guys customers as well. And I love doing this. I have a fucking blast. And I look forward to waking up every day and just yapping on the internet, because it's entertaining and it makes me money. So without further ado, guys, I will catch you guys later. I don't know when I'll stream, maybe later, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next year. You never know. But it was great. And I appreciate all you guys tuned in here.